Welcome to the Untrained Experts, a podcast for combat sports and fight news.
Welcome back to Untrained Experts, episode number 26.
What's going on? Podcast, what up?
What up, what up?
Not much, man. I just started New American Horror Story.
Oh, yeah?
Bro,
I've never watched any of them.
You haven't watched any of them? Oh my god, what? Guys, I'm going to need y'all to comment on this and talk shit to Dakota right now. Because American Horror Story is fire. First of all, bro, you really need to watch the first two seasons. You need to watch Murder House, which is the first season. And the second season is Asylum. Are you into horror stuff at all?
Yeah, I mean, I think
you're into like supernatural shit and stuff like that, bro. Like the first one, like it's super creepy. Like it's just weird shit that you can get into. But the second one, Asylum, was really my favorite season. Probably I liked 3. It was Coven. It was like a witch season. And like every season kind of has its own thing.
So is it like a overarching story or is it individual?
Each season, episode? You could start right now on the season I'm on right now.
I mean, but like each season, is it like one story throughout the whole season, or is it like okay?
Yes, like
I don't know if it was like Black Mirror, where it's like each episode is a different thing.
It's the same characters throughout each season, but each season is a different story. So like you could just watch the newest season right now if you wanted to. You can go to any season you want and just start watching it because it's totally different.
What does it come on?
FX.
Okay.
But you can watch it on Hulu. Or,
it's on Hulu. All right.
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
So I got Hulu.
Others. Yeah, Hulu has all the seasons.
Oh, okay.
But dude, Asylum is the second season. That was my favorite one. It's like Asylum basically. It's like based around an asylum, but it has all types of crazy twists and turns and supernatural shit. Like that season has the most of any of the seasons, I think. Like it has like at one point, and then like the way they fit it all into the show is perfect. But at one point there's like demons, there's aliens, there's like zombies at one point. Like it's weird the way they fit it all in, but it's like it's like you just have to watch it and get into it. But the first season's just called Murder House. It's about just like a haunted house. So it's like, and it's the shortest season too. I think it's like 7 or 8 episodes. It's not very long, but you can watch that one.
Like an hour?
Yeah,
hour
I think
episodes?
45 to an hour, I think. But the newest season is 1984, so it's like it's supposed to be kind of like a old slasher type show. And like, I mean, I just finished the second episode today. So far, it's pretty fucking good. So I'm really excited about that. The last couple seasons before this one, I haven't really gotten into. It was like all the way up until season 4, I really liked it. And season 4 was a freak show. It was based around like a circus of like people like with deformalities and stuff.
Yeah.
Like had stuff wrong with them and stuff, but like it had like a whole thing to it, like people getting murdered. Like it's like a whole crazy story.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, it's like American Horror Story is not to be
I've heard of it,
on. It's a good show.
Yeah, I've heard of it before. I just didn't know what it was about.
Yeah, I'm really.
I didn't even know there was that many seasons. Was there? This is the 5th one?
No, this is 9.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it goes season 1. Okay, season 1 Murder House, season 2 Asylum. And it's crazy that it did start a pretty good while back. Like Murder House, I think came out in like 2010 or 11. It's been around, it's 2010 or 11 when I first started watching it. Because I started watching Murder House as soon as it came out. Like I knew that was going to be something I was into because I just love horror stuff and horror shows. Another good one is Haunting at Hill House, I think it is, on Netflix.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, that's a good one. The first season was solid, and they're about to get ready to do a second season. And then I think it's going to be like American Horror Story. It's going to be like different stories every season, I think. I can't really tell. I'm not really sure yet. I'd have to look at the plot of the newest season, but I want to say it might be similar. I don't know. I'm not sure, but so the 4th season is Freak Show. Third season's Coven. 4th season's Freak Show. 5th season is called Hotel. It's like I never got into it. I couldn't enjoy it. It was just, I don't know, had a bunch of weird shit, like dudes about fucking, and just weird shit I couldn't get into really. And Lady Gaga was in that season.
Okay.
That was season 5 was Hotel. Season 6 was called Roanoke, and it was about like another haunted house. Roanoke, I watched the first few episodes, but I never finished it. It was just one of those, I don't know, it wasn't grabbing me. And then the last 2, so that was 6, and then 7 was based around it was some weird cult shit based around it's the first episode was talking about Trump winning the election. Like it was stupid. I didn't enjoy it. I don't know. Some people said it was good, but I didn't enjoy it. Like it was like one of the characters I saw in the first episode was like a dude, and he was like obsessed with Trump, and it was like
that's a weird thing to base a show or an season.
I don't even know if it was like the whole season, but it was like. I mean, it kind of was. It was basically like cult type stuff, though. I don't know. I couldn't really get into that one. And then last season was Apocalypse, and also it was just another one. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. So I felt kind of bad because I always loved the show, and the last few seasons, I didn't hate them. I just I couldn't get attached to them like I did the first few seasons.
Yeah.
And this season kind of so far has me attached. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm excited for it.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm gonna have to check it out. like I said, I've heard of them before, but I never watched them and never really got into them to see if it was something I was going to like or not. I didn't know what they were about and everything.
What you been doing lately?
Man, not much, dude. Just chilling.
Not a dang thing.
Trying to find another job.
I feel you on that.
Yeah, burn out, man. Burn out on this graveyard. Yeah. Just trying to.
Is over it.
Trying to get into something else, but
yeah, we'll find something else.
Yeah.
Plenty to talk about, huh? Tonight.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of little stuff. Not anything too crazy. Some good cards this weekend though.
Oh yeah, we got some good stuff.
A lot of them
coming up, and a little bit we can talk about. Just a little bit of fight news and stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot, but a few announcements and stuff we can kind of go into more detail about.
Yep.
What do you think about the past weekend?
It's kind of
pretty slow card.
Yeah, really slow.
Pretty boring.
Kind of boring.
Kind of.
I mean, the only thing
just bad as it could possibly end.
Yeah, they had the UFC Fight Night 159, and then there was that Valor BK1 Ken Shamrock bare knuckle thing.
Yeah,
there's some highlights of that on YouTube.
I need to watch that. I haven't watched that yet.
Yeah, I saw at least 2 different fights highlighted on there. I watched just like the knockouts. There was a couple of pretty like nasty knockouts.
For real.
It's weird looking though. Like
isn't bare knuckle.
They wear they're in this like it's like a circle, which is like the mat where they fight, but there's no cage or anything. It's just open. There's just people sitting around them. The very center is like a circle, and then there's like mats around the edge of the circle in like an octagon shape that kind of have a little bit of a slant to them. And like once you fall on that mat, you're out of the ring, and the ref stops it and breaks it up. Yeah. It's crazy. Like it's really weird looking. I've never seen anything like it before. That's the league, though, isn't it? Yeah.
It's not the BKFC.
No, that's not BKFC. They got one coming up, I think, next weekend.
Well, at least it's more stuff for us to watch.
Yeah.
What was the name of that league again?
Valor. VALOR. Valor BK1.
Somebody asked me about it the other day, and I was like, God, it's one of those things that keeps slipping my mind.
I think it's only on pay-per-view right now. Anyway, I mean, they may sign some kind of TV deal or something like that, but right now I think it's just
probably find it on YouTube. I wonder.
Yeah. I did. I looked the other day, but I mean, it was like right after. I didn't see like the whole thing on there, but you know, there was like
highlights at least.
Yeah, there was like individual fights where somebody recorded it with a phone or some shit and put it on there, but you can still see them pretty good. I mean, it's not like shit quality, you know.
Yeah, better than nothing.
It's not, and there's not that many people there. They're not that far away, so you can see like you can actually tell who people are and stuff if you know them. There was some fucking crazy knockouts. So yeah,
bare knuckle is just wild. Mm-hmm. It's crazy that it's starting to become more and more popular.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I was gonna say, did you see the new stuff that Amazon revealed yesterday? That they're coming out with? They're coming out with a toaster oven. Well, it's like an oven. It's called the Smart Oven or something like that. It's literally going to be a microwave, like a toaster oven, and an air fryer and something else all in one. And it's going to have Alexa voice control. Like, you could literally put a cup of coffee in there, and just be like, Alexa, warm up my cup of coffee. And she'll put, like, the perfect amount of time to warm up your coffee.
Oh, damn.
It won't be, like, too hot or too, like, it's perfect.
That sounds dope.
Sounds like a dope microwave. It's only like $250. And I'm like, what the hell?
Damn.
This is why Amazon is taking over. Because they can take stuff that most companies, like, to make a profit off of it or to, you know, actually sell and make as much as they want to off of it, they would have to price it like $500.
Mm-hmm.
But Amazon already has money, so now they're just little stuff like that. They put a certain amount of money into it, and then they're like,
you think about like college.
As long as we end up making money off of it, we're happy.
Think about college students and stuff. When they don't have that much room in the dorm, they can just buy that and have everything in one, and it just sits right there.
A little toaster oven to cook pretty much whatever you need, and an air fryer.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah,
I want one.
They announced that because they had like a big conference yesterday. That they have a ring that's going to be like an Apple Watch, but a ring. And it's going to it'll record your heart rate, and it's going to have Alexa built into a ring, bro.
Oh my God.
Into it, you can talk to it. Glasses as well. They come out like glasses, reading glasses. So like if some people who wouldn't have to wear glasses regardless, they can wear reading glasses, and you can like see a little light pop up on the front. If you say Alexa, a little light comes up on the front, show you that you're talking to Alexa, and you can ask her anything.
Damn, that sounds dope.
Just sitting on your eyes. That's so random to me, but I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They're coming out there like their competition for AirPods as well, like wireless earbuds that have Alexa built in, of course.
That'd be cool.
They're doing a bunch of cool shit. So Amazon and Apple just taking over the world.
Man, I got that one pair of they're called J-Buds. I bought them for work, and the battery lasts like 3.5 hours or something like that.
You got to charge them up.
Yeah, but the little cases.
The Amazon ones, 14-hour battery life.
Really?
Crazy.
See, that's what these said on the package, but they say that because the battery case that they come in charges them up 3 more times. So you get like a full charge on them, and then 3 charges in the case. So
yeah, that's how I see. I had some too. I had some from what brand were they? It might have been those. Like they were kind of bulky, but like they fit in your ear.
Yeah,
and they were wireless buds.
You end up getting like 4 full charges, so you get 14 hours out of them, but you have to take them back out and put them in the case for an hour for them to charge up. You know?
Yeah, I used to wear those at work.
Yeah,
especially when they were getting onto us. Like I'd wear the headset over.
Yeah,
but no, these like I think that's one of their big selling points. Is like it could do like 10 to 12 hours without charging it.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, those would be worth.
I have to get into something like that.
AirPods, so like $120 instead of $150, which is what AirPods are.
I think those ones I bought were like $50.
Yeah,
and they're worth it for. I mean, like I just have another pair.
You can get wireless. Like I bought a pair of. You can get wireless buds now, like just the Bluetooth ones. Like you can get decent brands for $35 on eBay or Amazon. Yeah. Like,
see, what I need to do is buy a second pair of those where I can switch them out. And so, like when that pair needs to be charged, throw them in the thing, grab another pair out.
That would be nice.
Put them on, wear those until they need to be charged, and just switch back and forth. And I'll make it through the whole night without having to. Because I hate having to switch to the wired ones. Like
so that's what's nice about the headset I got. I don't have to charge it once.
Yeah.
It has like a 7-hour battery life. So it's like it'll last and then I'll charge it.
While you're at lunch or something?
Yeah. And then when I'm back, I'm good until 7 o'clock.
How much was that thing?
$100.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I should have done that. I should have done that instead of what I bought.
Bone conduction for anybody. Wonder what kind of headphones we're talking about.
Bose, aren't they?
No, they're made by a company called Trex.
Okay, I think Bose
really
makes
like the whole thing they come out with. They like specialize in like that technology or whatever.
I think Bose has a set like that.
Oh, they have everything now,
like a bone conduction.
Those Alexas, the buds they're coming out with, they have Bose noise canceling in them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they're teaming up. It's just like Amazon, come on,
dude. The glasses seem like they'd be pretty dope. Like it's like Iron Man.
Anyway. Yeah. Turn on your glasses. That's all you have to do. You have to say,
well, you know
hey Alexa, and then light up your glasses.
Yeah.
The thing is, somebody's gonna know, like a friend or something. They're gonna fuck with you all day.
Yeah.
You have your little ring or your watch or your thing on it. Hey Alexa.
Yeah.
That'd be cool if it was Alexa only recognize your voice. How cool would that be?
Like you could program it. Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, no, that would be sick.
I know on the I got this Fire Stick, and you can do you can talk to Alexa on there and say like play games or whatever, and she'll pull up games, and like you can play with people all over the world. Like there's like I forget what the song quiz or something like that, where it's like a game. Like they'll play. She'll play a clip of a song. You can pick an era of music, and then she'll play like a clip of a song, and you have to try to guess what like who sings it.
Really?
Yeah, and you're playing against somebody from somewhere else in the world.
Oh wait, I did that.
Yeah, it's actually pretty fun. Like
I did that at my sister's house. You just say it's whatever the game
song
is.
Quiz, I think.
Yeah, I think it's song quiz. You say that, and we did it, and like it just matches you up with somebody random.
Yeah,
and like whoever guesses it first gets points. Or you might miss it, and like you do.
You get more points based on how quick you answer it.
Like they used to have an app that you could play on Android and Apple Store.
Oh, really?
It's called Song Pop.
Oh, okay.
Remember that app?
No, I never played it.
That was a long time ago, probably 2012 or 13, like when games on iPhone.
Oh, like
like everybody was.
What was that one that was like Scrabble, Words with Friends and shit?
All those games just got popular.
And what was the Draw with Friends or something? I played that one a lot when I worked at the airport.
Or Scrabble. It's not Scrabble. What's the one? Pictionary.
Yeah, it's like Pictionary. Yeah, whoever can draw it the best or whatever. Yeah. We used to play that a lot when I worked at the airport. Like me and everybody who worked together, we would all be playing it, like sitting across from each other and shit.
Yeah, bro. It's like iPhone, just period. Like phone games were the shit there for a while.
Oh,
now it's like it doesn't seem like many people really fuck with them anymore. Mm-mm. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I thought that was something talking about Amazon. I thought that was something pretty cool to point out.
Yeah, those glasses sound like they'd be pretty cool. Yeah, like if they could actually do things like other than just Alexa. Like if you could like Google shit and you could see it, but nobody else could. You know what I mean? Like that'd be dope if you were just walking. You're like trying to think of an address or something. You're like Alexa, Google this address or whatever.
HUD where you can still see.
Yeah, like a little map.
You can see it from the other side. Imagine that.
Yeah, like a little Google Maps or something in the corner where you can just watch it while you're driving or something.
That's in the future.
It sounds dangerous, but I mean, if you can still see through it.
No, it's not though, because it's just like in my truck. Well, not my truck, my old car.
The heads-up display.
The HUD. I mean, that wasn't distracting. Like once you get used to something like that, like it'd be the same as having it on your eye, especially if it was just like a HUD, because that way you're still it's transparent. You can see. Well, it anyway,
a few years ago they were talking about making those Google glasses or whatever. You were supposed to be like that. You were supposed to be able to like go on the internet and shit through your glasses.
That'll be in the future, though. You know it will be.
Oh, yeah.
Like, bro, in the next 4 or 5 years, like now that Amazon's already like starting to do something like this, a beginning.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about anything that starts out huge and it just constantly gets where they can do it smaller and smaller. Like computers and anything else.
Glasses,
yeah,
or rings.
Yeah.
So not everybody. That's going to become a new thing. Like I guarantee you, people are going to start coming out with their own glasses technology and like all kinds of stuff. Like Apple's going to probably try to find a way to compete with them.
I'm sure.
And, Apple just came out there. They have their streaming service now.
Oh, do they?
And they have. It sucks.
Is it any different than Apple TV?
It's on.
I thought that
TV.
was. Oh, okay.
I think when you buy an Apple TV now, you get a subscription or something. I'm not sure how it works or how they bundle it, but I saw an ad for it on Hulu. I saw an ad.
Oh, really?
Apple TV, and there was an ad for
Hulu's
their streaming service, and it was called some show, but it looked like it was like a little baby with like weird eyes. It was it looked creepy, and then it got to the end, like it said a couple things, and then it got to the end, it said from M. Night Shyamalan, and I was like, oh shit! And I was like, you just see that name, and you're like, that's a fire show, or that's a fire movie.
It'd be weird for Hulu to promote Apple like that because Disney owns Hulu now. They're like 60% of Hulu.
Oh, Disney does?
Yeah, Disney when they bought out Fox, they own like 60% of Hulu.
Well, that's why they offered.
That's why. Yeah, that's why it's going to be in the package. Yeah,
they're going to have their own package.
Yeah, they own Fox. They own Fox's like filming production thing, and then they own like.
I wonder if they'll keep Hulu
ESPN,
or if they'll take all that extra stuff and just put it on Disney.
Well, I think what they're going to do, from what I understand, I've been reading about it and stuff.
Like just over there still chilling by themselves, like everybody else.
The Disney Plus is going to be mostly like their shows that are going to be like more family oriented, or not rated R, like PG-13 and everything. And then the rated R stuff they're going to put on Hulu. They're going to make like Marvel shows that are going to go on Hulu that are going to be rated R. They're making a Ghost Rider show.
Imagine that. We watched Netflix and we watched Punisher on Netflix. Imagine it comes back on Hulu. Like what?
Yeah,
that's so weird to think about.
Yeah.
How this shit is. Oh man, they're just all competing so crazy right now. It's ridiculous, and it's like, I mean, Netflix is holding their own, but at the same time they're in debt, I think. So it's like, I don't know how long y'all are gonna last, but when you look at shows like the Haunting on Hill House, like I was telling you about, like, and Stranger Things, like shows like that are what is going to keep them in business.
Yeah,
because I mean they have good exclusives.
Oh yeah, their originals are really good. Like for one, just the comedy. Dude, I've been watching a lot of comedy specials on there lately.
Yeah,
like Dave Chappelle's.
About that, yeah.
Dave Chappelle's comedy special, Bill Burr's new comedy special, Anthony Jeselnik's new comedy special. They paid out the ass to get those on there, but they're exclusive just to Netflix. And those are some. All three of those are like.
If anybody wants to watch Rogan, they're gonna go on Netflix to watch Rogan.
Yeah.
Like,
all three of those that I just named are damn good specials. If anybody's looking for one, like they're hilarious.
What was the last one you were telling me about?
Anthony Jeselnik.
Jeselnik.
Yeah. He used to have a show on TV. I forget the name of it, but he's a funny. He's pretty dark though. He's like a dark comic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you were telling me.
There's a lot of dark jokes and stuff, but yeah, I mean, dude, it's just some funny. Like he has a very dry like delivery too. Like he doesn't he talks real slow, and just the way he delivers the shit makes you laugh harder when it's not even really that funny. Like it's kind of corny, but it's like you laugh so hard because of the way he delivers his jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that's dope though.
Yeah,
I need to check that out.
But Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle, like, those are like two of the biggest comics in the world. So, they probably paid them $50 million for a special,
Well, yeah, and you got to think about all the traffic that brings too, because there's huge fans for especially Dave Chappelle.
I just saw something yesterday where that Umbrella Academy season 2 is coming up.
Dude, that's
They've already filmed it, I think. Like they're getting ready to put out a trailer or something like that. Yeah, that's gonna be dope. I'm looking forward to that. That first season was cool. It was just different,
you know. That sucks is like that. To me, that's really the only downside. Like, but at the same time, it's like American Horror Story has 2 episodes out right now. And I'm pissed. Like, I want to watch the 3rd one.
Yeah.
So it is kind of nice in a way.
Yeah. See, they were talking about.
It sucks because no matter what, it's like an addiction. You're gonna get to the end of that season, you're like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, can y'all come out with the next season?
Yeah. That's how it was with this new Stranger Things episode, or season 3. Like, I finished it quick, and I'm like, damn, now it's over.
I'm depressed for a year. So they come out with the new season.
Yeah. I don't know. I heard that Netflix was talking about doing some like weekly shows. Like they were going to release their episodes weekly.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, as long as they don't do it on everything. As long as some stuff still drops in as a season, you can just watch it at your own speed.
Different that they should try would be even cooler to me. Like release an episode every few days.
Yeah.
Like 2 a week.
Yeah.
Do one like on a Monday and then release the next episode on a Friday or Saturday.
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool.
So you go Monday and you get an episode, and then Friday night you can watch another one, and then you turn around Monday and you got another one.
Yeah.
That to me is cool because it's like
I don't know why
wait so long to get to the next episode.
Yeah. I don't know why I really care, because I don't really binge shows anyway. So, I mean, it's like, I shouldn't care. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm like, I hope they still keep some shows where you can binge them if you want to, you know?
Yeah, that's nice.
Because there's some shows, like, you don't want, like, when you watch an episode, you want to go ahead and watch the second or third one. I may not watch them all, but I want to watch a couple at a time, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I have to wait and get behind on it so that I can catch up in a couple episodes, you know, or something like that. I hate having to do that.
Yeah, that can be pretty annoying.
First world problems, though. I mean, you could just not have anything.
Not even have TV. Imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But that, back to the fights and stuff.
Yeah.
Those Mexican fans did suck, didn't they?
Dude, they were
terrible.
It was terrible, man.
Like, they were just booing for no reason.
You get the fans that like boo when they think the fight's boring and stuff like that. And I don't know, I didn't see a ton of that, but like at the end,
you know, even though that's annoying to me, that's somewhat understandable.
Yeah, kinda, but I mean, like, at the same time,
overboard.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it's usually a lot of people that don't really know anything about what they're watching, because you'll see two guys grappling and like doing these crazy submission attempts and shit like that, and the fans are booing because nobody's getting knocked out. You know what I mean?
That's like all they want to see is people. Let's like go watch a boxing match, bro.
Yeah.
Go watch a boxing match. Yeah. That is what you want. And go watch Deontay Wilder knock somebody out.
Yeah.
Or go watch somebody like that. That's what you want to see. Just go watch boxing. There's a lot of boxing out there. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot. People just don't go looking for it, really. You know, they see a big UFC. They think like, oh, like, you know, UFC's popping, so they go watch it. And it's like, you can't expect mixed martial arts to always be people punching. You know, it's just not how it's going to go. That's annoying to me. Yeah,
but you know,
card ended crappy.
Yeah, Yair Rodriguez, Jamie Stevens in no contest. It was an eye poke, kind of an eye scratch, more or less. It was kind of weird.
It was really weird.
It's hard to see in the video. Like, if you watch it like frame by frame or real slow, you can see how it looks like Yair's hand kind of grazes Jamie's eye. But I mean, I've had my
eye grazed by like my brother hitting me with a pillow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's been so bad scratch that I can't even see out of it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I've had a scratch on both eyes, and it's miserable. Yeah. It's the worst thing.
Yeah,
and mine wasn't bad enough to where my eye was like what do you call it? Like, his eye wouldn't open. Like, it was just it was closed, but it was like throbbing and
twitching.
Yeah, twitching. Yeah, I forget how Herb Dean said it, but like they couldn't even open his eye with their fingers. You know what I mean? Mine wasn't even that bad, and I fought with it for like a week, trying to just get to where I could see.
Scratch, though, there was a little force behind that. So
yeah,
it was like,
yeah,
that
for
had
sure.
to hurt.
Yeah, and he said it bruised one of them. I think it's his left eye. It bruised and scratched his left eye, and it scratched his right eye.
To stop.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. As much as it sucks,
yeah.
You know, right in the beginning of the first round.
Yeah, I argued with so many people online after that, just like reading comments, and like people were like, "Oh, he felt the power and wanted out." I was like, "Hold on, Jamie Stevens hits way harder than Yair Rodriguez."
Yeah, Jamie Stevens has been hit hard plenty of times.
Yeah,
so that's what I don't understand.
And he felt a hard kick and was like, "Oh, I want to get out of here."
He's a freaking.
But that makes no sense. He spent 6 weeks of his life training and paying for a camp to get ready for this fight.
Job,
he's not going to give up in 15 minutes.
Not one person in the UFC is scared to get hit, really. I mean, I don't, by anybody.
No.
They've all been hit in the face. I don't understand.
I'm sure, there's definitely some that don't like getting hit, so they do, you know, like you can tell he doesn't like getting hit. When he gets hit, he kind of...
Well, yeah, none of them like getting hit.
Yeah, that's why he goes straight for a takedown when he starts getting hit. But
it's so high level, bro, that unless you're one of those guys who is so talented that you can keep people away from you, which is how Ben Askren normally fought. Like, he was really good at just taking people to the ground and making sure they didn't hit him.
Yeah.
Until he got knocked out fast as ever.
I think you say that every time we talk about Askren.
I have to. I love him, but I have to. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's just, for somebody to say that, it's just the dumbest thing I could ever.
And there was one guy that said that maybe Stevens had an undisclosed injury and that was his way of getting out. But I'm like, that doesn't make sense either, because what if it didn't happen? Like, what if he didn't get scratched and he just fought the whole time? You can't, if you don't get scratched or poked in the eyes or kicked in the balls, they're not going to stop it for just you. You can't just make up a reason for them to stop the fight. So even if he went in injured and was like, oh, I'm going to still get paid, so I'm going to try to take a way out. What if none of that shit happens the whole time and you just have to fight? It doesn't. It's a stupid argument. Like, it didn't make any sense for somebody to even think that. Like, no, he didn't quit. He's actually hurt.
They want to jump and pick a side out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then, like, put their stupid comment online about how somebody's a pussy or somebody's this.
It'd be different if it was some guy we've never heard of that this happened to. But it's fucking Jeremy Stevens, like one of the toughest dudes in UFC.
He's been training with Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
And Tony said he is, like, looking, like, really good. And, I mean, you don't just get a compliment like that unless you are a well-known, like, somewhat badass in the UFC. Like, you know what I mean?
And then Yair started doing interviews afterwards, and he's like, I don't know if he's faking or not, but he's the one that has to live with this, and like trying to say that he thought he was faking. So Jeremy Stevens like made a video calling him out, and it's like, come on, bro, you're the one that punched me, or you're the one that poked me in the eye. We can run this back in a couple of weeks. Let my eye get better, and we'll do this again.
And that's what's happening.
Yeah. So they rescheduled.
Already rescheduled for October 18th.
Yep.
That's nice.
Did you see the video where they got into it in the hotel?
Yeah, Jeremy Stevens pushed him.
It looked like he smacked the shit out of him. He might have pushed him, but that hand comes up quick, and he like it looked like he slapped him. Yeah. I don't know. The video of course, whoa. Whoever's trying to video is not looking at him. They're looking like kind of to the side, so you can see like half of your ear, so you can't really tell what happens. But
that was dope, bro.
Yeah.
I love that. That's what you love to see, though.
Yeah.
I love to see people get into it and like starting a little hype for the fight. That makes me even more excited to see them fight now.
Yeah, and just the way Yair was acting, that makes me want even more for Jeremy to beat him up.
Yeah, I kind of want Yair to get knocked out.
Yeah,
man. Come on, Yair's thought he was the shit ever since that knockout that he had. You know what I mean? Like, he's thought he's unstoppable. Like, he's been kind of cocky since then, and I don't wish anybody really to get knocked out, but I kind of, wouldn't be.
Just the way he was even acting, like, he was all pissed off in the cage, and then, like, first he jumped up and he was celebrating with the Mexican fans that were there over the edge of the cage. Like, that didn't make any sense because you didn't win the fight. You poked him in the eye, and he's, like, jumping and pumping his fist and shit, and everybody's, like, booing and throwing trash in the octagon and shit. And then he like squats down like he's all mad and upset, and then he's praying, and then like Bisping comes up to do the post-fight interview, and he like yells at him, and like, I don't know, it was weird. It was really weird.
Yelled at Bisping?
Yeah, he yelled at him. Yeah, like yelled like kind of bowed up on him and yelled at him for a minute, and then like turned his back and was like talking to his team, like crying on somebody's shoulder, it looked like. And Bisping just stood there.
Emotional of Bisping,
yeah, he just looked there like, bro, you don't want to do that. Like, I'll fuck you up.
You don't want this problem right now.
He wouldn't. That suit and all, he'd fuck that boy up.
Yeah, there's a good chance. Mark Bisping is so savage.
But the thing that got me, man, was the fans. Like, this happens, they stop the fight, and then all hell breaks loose, and the fans just start booing and throwing shit, like cans and cups and drinks and beer and everything.
That's so stupid.
And at that point, Bisping and Brendan Fitzgerald, I think's the other guy's name. He's like, they're over there still at the desk, and Brendan Fitzgerald gets down underneath the desk, and he's still commentating from under the desk while they're like throwing trash and shit.
That'd be me.
And Bisping's like, I think I just got Modelo'd. But yeah, that shit was funny. Like, there's a video of him like squatted down underneath the desk with the headset on, still doing his job, like. But they're throwing all this trash and shit's raining down over the top of him.
That's funny, yeah.
They were throwing coins and shit at Jeremy Stevens as he was leaving the octagon.
Mexican fans don't give a shit.
I'm like, holy shit. That's it's crazy, man. How can you be that shitty of people?
Yeah, just like try to be somewhat respectful.
Yeah, like, I understand that the fight stopped and you paid money to come there and see that, but it wasn't on purpose. Nobody did it on purpose. Like, it was an accident. Like, you have to understand that. You can't just throw trash at people and cans and shit at people.
And expect that
because,
to just be cool.
Yeah. You still got to see the rest of those fights that were there. I don't know. I don't know if they're mad because the fight stopped, or if they're mad because Yair didn't knock him out. Like, I don't know exactly what they're mad at, obviously Yair was the favorite because he's...
I get where's the fight going to be at, though? I wonder.
Shit, I looked at that earlier and I don't remember now.
I mean, I can understand the frustration if they pay to get in there and they don't get to see this fight. I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? If you really wanted to see that fight, I can understand being pissed off. Like, but at the same time,
there's a difference between being pissed off.
What you're paying for when you go see a live event like that.
Yeah,
like, you have to expect that. Honestly, if I pay to go see a UFC event, I expect that there's a chance the last two fights get both in the first 5 seconds. Whatever it may be, bro. It might be a knockout or it might not be. It could be some dumb shit, or both those fights could end via injury. Mm-hmm. Either it could easily happen. That happens.
Or it could be a boring fight like Francis and Derek Lewis.
Yeah, just boring. Just 5 rounds of dumb shit.
Yeah.
Or 3 rounds of dumb shit. You know, whatever it may be. I don't know.
I can't see like being that kind of the type of person that would just throw your trash at people.
I've never understood that about
it. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't get it.
How do people?
I don't understand that, man.
They're different than us, bro. I don't get it either.
I don't care what kind. I don't care who you are. I mean, like, I don't care if that shit happened in New York or Vegas or California. You're still shit people either way.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's not about where it was or anything. I understand that Yair's the favorite, and the Mexican fans are, because I mean it's in Mexico. It's most of the Mexican fans there, and they're there for Yair because he's Mexican. It makes sense. I understand all that, but like throwing trash at people because you're upset with how the fight ended makes you a shitty person.
It makes you
regardless of anything.
No matter what, you look like an idiot.
Yeah,
you look stupid.
Yeah, I don't get it. Screw
those people.
Yeah. But the co-main, Carla Esparza and Alexa Grasso.
It was a good fight.
Yeah, it was a pretty good fight. I should have paid more attention to it, I guess. But to me, from what I saw from it, I thought Alexa Grasso was doing more damage. I thought she was landing more significant strikes. Carla Esparza took her down more, but even a couple of those were reversed. Grasso ended up on top.
To me, that's a split decision.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
like it was a close fight.
Yeah, it was close. I personally, I think I would probably need to rewatch it, but I thought Alexa Grasso did. I thought she would have won by a split decision.
Yeah,
just because of the things she did. Like she did more damage on the feet. Carla Esparza took her down more, but she didn't really do too much on the ground.
Yeah.
I don't know. She kept her on the ground. It wasn't like Alexa was just getting right back up, but
yeah, I mean, from what I could tell, Carla kept her down a lot, but at the same time, like whenever it was on the feet, Alexa was landing more shots, and better shots.
And Alexa had her in a nasty armbar at one point. Like her arm was about to break. That shit was like completely hyperextended. It was like pointing. It was like a 45-degree angle the wrong way. Yeah, and then she was able to like roll, and so her elbow would bend.
It was a close fight, but at the same time,
I'm not mad at the decision, but I felt like I thought Alexa should have won, but whatever. And then before that, Brandon Moreno and Askar Askarov, they ended in a draw. Yeah, it was kind of it was back and forth.
One of those getting really judged.
Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of a weird. It was a.
Sometimes I can be with your casual fan on that. Sometimes I'm not crazy about draws.
Yeah,
like
it was a split draw too, so it was like one judge had it. Yeah, one judge had it even. One judge had one guy win and one judge had the other guy in, and so it ended in a split draw. Which is only like the second time I've ever actually seen that happen.
That's very rare.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's just weird.
Sometimes I am with the casual fan on that. I'm kind of like, just let it go 4 rounds. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Give him another round. If it's that close, give him another round. We need a winner.
Yeah. I hate draws.
I kind of don't like draws, but at the same time, it's like if it's a really close fight, I don't want to see one guy get robbed.
If it's a big fight too, as well though, like I don't mind.
Fury and Wilder.
Yeah, like that's a cool draw to me because we get to see them fight again. Yeah. Because of that,
And you can make a case for it being a draw just because of the knockdowns and basically knockout.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a close fight, and Fury's boxing was so good in that last round it saved it for him.
Yeah, pretty much
coming back and doing so well.
And then for that, Irene Aldana and Vanessa Melo. Irene Aldana won unanimous decision. Yeah, she's been pretty good, man. That last fight before this was pretty good too.
Yeah, seems like she's on the come up lately.
Yeah,
I love seeing fighters like that.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of a slow card though. Wasn't a whole lot.
Great.
Not a lot of big names, but
there's some decent fights on there.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, it was worth being on ESPN Plus. Anything else, I wouldn't have watched it.
I wasn't paying for it.
Yeah. And then especially with the main event not working out, that kind of sucks.
No, that'll make you sad, especially if you pay for it.
Yeah.
We got some fight announcements. A few things we can talk about. Bro, I'm super excited for T-City and Korean Zombie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's about time they made this fight, man. They've been going back and forth for a while trying to get it made.
Personally,
talking shit back and forth online.
I mean, Brian Ortega is a badass.
Yeah.
His only real loss is to Max, really.
Mm-hmm.
In the UFC anyway.
Yeah, I think it's his only loss period.
His only loss period, isn't it? Thought it was.
He's like 14-1, I think, or 12-1.
And I mean, his jiu-jitsu is just outstanding. And he showed us that he can bang.
Oh,
when he fought with Max.
Yeah, see, that's what I liked. I like to see him. We already knew how good his ground game was, and when he was able to stand with Max and actually land punches, like he wasn't doing a ton to Max.
He got beat up pretty good.
Yeah,
but
Max is just so much more.
Max doesn't get tired.
And he's been there. He's been at that level for so long, you know.
Yeah, he's used to all that.
Yeah. But, yeah, they've been trying to get this fight made for a while, and finally we get to see it December 21st. Last card of the year. I think it's pay-per-view. Yeah. It's going to be dope. I'm looking forward to it, man.
For that one, bro. T-City is just...
I'm a big Brian Ortega fan. He's one of my favorite fighters.
Yeah, bro. And he's just, on top of that, he's one of the... He's literally, I think, the nicest guy I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, in the octagon. Like, he's one of those that's just, like, super... upstanding citizen, just like super nice. He came from a rough childhood.
Yeah, see, his story was what made me a big fan. Like when I heard his story about how he came up, like he was in gangs and shit, and jiu-jitsu basically saved his life. He started training with Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, and that's basically what saved his life and got him.
He was like, let me get off these streets and do something that may actually mean something.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Yeah, I love T-City. I hope he wins just because I'm such a big fan.
Yeah,
but Korean Zombie's a savage. So, I mean, I think Korean Zombie will give him a tough fight. But I think Ortega gets it via decision, honestly. I don't know if anybody will get knocked out. I don't see somebody get knocked out.
I think T-City gets it submission. I think he submits him.
Yeah.
I mean, it could go to decision.
Oh, I mean, that's always, it's hard not to call that. When
he did knock out Frankie Edgar. And nobody ever knocked out Frankie Edgar before. And T-City did it. I mean, he has power. He can't knock somebody out.
100%.
It's just,
he's so talented, bro. I don't see him. I mean, Korean Zombie's a badass, but we've seen him lose to, other guys. So I think T-City definitely gets it done.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to say via decision, but it could definitely be 100% be, obviously.
Yeah. Submission
with him.
So they announced Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski December 14th in Vegas.
I'm excited. It's a good fight. Yeah. Volkanovski is a savage.
He is.
He's only got one loss. He's a tough fight for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a good matchup for Max, but Max is so good.
The only thing that scares me about that is his power. Like Volkanovski's got some power, and if Max tries to stand right in his face like he does with everybody else,
with him, like if he bangs with him like he does T-City, he might get knocked out.
Yeah.
It's not just anybody he's fighting,
Which I don't know if he hits harder than Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier could knock Max out at a higher weight class. Bro. You know what I mean?
Max is tough.
Yeah,
Conor McGregor didn't knock him out, I don't think.
It was a decision.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't really get knocked out.
Yeah.
And he spots some of the hardest hitting guys in the division.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't see.
But this dude did used to weigh like 220 pounds.
Yeah, I know. He's shredded too. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I think Max gets it done. It's just I'll never bet against Max.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a tough fight. I think he gets it done via decision, but it's gonna be like
I think it'll be way closer than people think.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
It's not just gonna be Max running through him at all. Mm-hmm. No.
I think what's gonna happen is at the beginning it's gonna be really close, but then Max is gonna take over in the last like fourth and fifth round.
Yep, I can definitely see that.
Just his pressure that he puts on the whole time, it's gonna wear Volkanovski down, and he's gonna get it done that way.
Nice.
If I had to guess,
I agree. I'm excited. It'll be a dope fight.
Yeah, for sure.
BJ Penn.
Yeah, they announced he's officially released from his UFC contract.
Thank God.
Yeah. We knew Dana said he wasn't going to get his next fight.
I try not to judge people, especially somewhat celebrities that I don't know, whether it's fighters or boxers or, NFL players, Antonio Brown, whoever it is. I try not to judge them, when I don't know the full story. It's just in the news. You know what I mean? You don't always know what's going on. I mean, a lot of times you see stupid videos, but you don't always know the backstory to some stuff. But we know for a fact BJ Penn has been doing in situations he shouldn't be in.
Yeah.
In situations that he's putting himself in.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope that he gets his shit together.
Well, when you see so many of these same kind of videos where he's out fighting people and shit, he shouldn't be going to that place or those places. He shouldn't be going to those type of places if that kind of shit's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. It's it's the same thing with John Jones. Like, of course, most people don't fuck with John Jones, but it's like people see somebody like BJ Penn. It gives them a reason to try to start a fight. Somebody drunk, like, oh, you think you're a tough UFC fighter? I'll fight you. Some D-bag.
BJ's story was that it was his friend, and they were there, and they argued about something, and his friend was going outside, and he went out to try to calm him down and give him a hug, and when he tried to give him a hug, they started fighting. Yeah, that was BJ's story. I don't know, and we've seen too many stories back to back with BJ in these kind of situations, and then like the whole thing with. There was a story a while back where he pulled an axe or a machete on his neighbor who was a farmer and threatened to kill him and something. The guy was coming on his property for some reason. I don't know. It's like some kind of crazy story about him threatening to kill a guy with a machete.
I hope it's not CT damage. It's hard not to think that. Yeah. It's hard not to when you're being this stupid.
I don't know how it can't be. I mean, it's as many fights as he has, you know.
If that's the case, though, I just want him to get help.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. That's why I don't want to see him fight anymore. Yeah. I want to see him.
Are you taking CBD oil? Try something. I don't know.
Do something.
You know, take care of yourself.
Stem cells. Go just inject some shit in your brain, man.
Stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
I just want to see BJ Penn be a good retired fighter. He just
with the name that he had, like, and as good as he was in his prime, to see him go on this slide like he's gone on and lose all these fights in a row, and now he has like. His record is terrible now because he wouldn't stop. You just keep coming in and getting beat, you know. It's tough to see when you grow up watching people like that, you know.
Yeah, I've always loved watching BJ Penn.
Yeah, but hopefully he'll get the help he needs, and maybe we'll get to see a healthy BJ Penn one of these days.
Yeah, I want to see him doing good things. And,
I want to see some headlines.
We might see him in the I mean, if he was to somewhat get his shit together, you might see him maybe not commentating, but doing something for an organization, or being in the UFC.
With that kind of name.
In the MMA world, period,
he could definitely do something like that with that kind of name if he...
he could even go to Bellator, bro, and be a freaking announcer. Or, something. I just want to see him in the MMA world and doing something positive for himself.
I want to see headlines with his name other than him fighting in the street and getting beat up and beating people up.
Get it together, PJ.
They say... Usman versus Covington is close to being finalized for the end of the year pay-per-view. And I believe that's the same card as T-City and Korean Zombie.
It's about time, bro.
December 21st.
I mean, they better.
Yeah, I hope so.
Now, if they're talking about it, that usually means it's coming. So
they said that last time, but then Covington didn't like what he was going to get paid, so he kind of didn't want to do it. But now they're saying that they're close to finalizing. So hopefully they offered him a little more money. Got him happy with whatever, so we can finally get to see that.
Yeah, I mean, we got to see that fight. Covington's a savage. Usman's a savage.
It has to happen, and they're holding up the division.
Annoying, but he's a savage. Yeah, so we just got to see that fight.
They're holding up the division by not fighting.
Yes, like whatever's gonna happen, get it out of the way.
If you're not gonna, if Covington's not gonna take it, they need to make a fight for us.
Usman, so we can. I mean, whoever wins, Diaz and Masvidal is getting a title shot, probably.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
More than likely. I don't know. Are they? What weight are they fighting at?
170, aren't they?
I thought I read something about 165.
Really?
Or maybe they were saying they were going to try and do 160. I don't know.
That would be dope. New division.
And that's the whole thing. I wish they would make the 165 division.
That'd be dope. They could be like the top.
Dana's already said that they're not going to do it, but it doesn't make 165 and then bump 170 to 175.
Yeah.
That gives all those people at 170 a breathing room to make weight. They can still weigh in at 170 if they want to.
Get a little bit bigger if they want, or they can
just keep doing the same shit. Yeah, or drop down. It makes more room for all these.
Have a 185 and a 205.
It makes room for these guys like Kevin Lee, who are having trouble in RDA. You know what I mean?
I mean, Khabib always makes weight, but he would honestly be a better fit for 165.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gotten his shit together now. He was having a lot of trouble cutting weight there for a while.
Think about all the 155 guys that would fight good at 165 as well.
Yeah.
I mean, and all the 170 guys who would fight good at 165.
You got those in-betweeners between 55 and 70.
You can combine those divisions. Like, half the division goes to 175 and the other half goes to 165. So, you can take 3 or 4 guys from the 155, 3 or 4 guys from the 170, and split them all up a little bit. And, you can mix those divisions into one.
Yeah. I think Dana's just being hard-headed because he didn't think of the idea first.
He thinks he knows everything.
That's what it seems like. It seems like he's being hard-headed because he didn't think of the idea first.
See, because Rogan's been talking about it probably. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Rogan's talked about it for the past year or two.
Yeah. It makes so much sense, though. It doesn't make sense for them not to do it because every other division is in 10-pound increments.
Yep.
125, 135, 145, 155. Then it goes to 170. And then it goes back to 185, 205. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't understand, bro. It's gotta.
All you have to do is change two numbers. Add a 165, make 170, 175. Boom. We're done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, please. Please do that. They need to do that. I hope so, though. I'm excited for you. Usman coming down. That needs to happen.
Yeah, that's going to be a good.
Stipe.
Yeah.
Done fighting for the year.
That's what they said. He sustained a serious retina injury from eye pokes, according to...
I mean, for the year, does that mean like January 2020 he's back?
That's what they're saying. Yeah. He may not fight until January 2020, which probably wasn't going to happen anyway.
I was about to say,
but I think
around that time anyway.
We were saying we'd like to see him in DC fight in December. And I'm sure UFC, if they could have put him on that end of the year card,
they would have.
They could have stacked that. I'm sure they probably would have.
January, February, but...
Yeah, but like you were saying last week, that they said that Stipe needed time to recover.
And it might even be early January.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
It could be that first
Let's say it could be a
beginning of the year card,
yeah. Or something.
They always stack that one first of the year card.
Yeah, they usually do. Something stout.
That, or at least a couple of good fights on there. Like
I think 2020 is going to be a crazy year for MMA.
Yeah. All the shit that's been happening.
Especially with all the stuff we have coming up right now. Like Whitaker and Adesanya, and then like we get to see what happens with a few of these divisions, and then we see where we go from there.
Yeah,
2020 is going to be dope.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I hope Steve can heal up, and hopefully it's not too serious. He said it was from multiple eye pokes in that fight. I don't recall really seeing a ton of eye pokes.
I know they stopped.
I know there was like one or two maybe.
I don't think they were that bad, but maybe.
I don't know.
It's hard to tell.
Like I said before, your eyes are serious, though. You know what I mean? Anytime you get poked in the eye, it's not...
Yeah, you never know.
It could be the smallest thing, and it's like...
Damage your retina or anything. So easy.
Yep.
So...
Chris Weidman?
Stupid.
Says he'll be the one to dethrone John Jones.
What do you think?
He says he's going to do it the same way he did Anderson Silva.
I'm not laughing because Weidman's not respected and an absolute savage, but... Every time I hear somebody say that...
You just got knocked out by Jacare, bro.
Yeah. Every time I hear somebody say that, it always ends up coming from somebody who's been knocked out by somebody or has had a tough loss. So I'm always like, can you though?
Yeah.
Because he hasn't fucking lost to anybody. He's completely dominated everybody he's fought. And he has dominated wrestlers. He has banged out with people who bang and went toe-to-toe with them and still found a way to win. He's done it all, bro. Like, he's done it all. He beats the best jiu-jitsu guys. He beats the best wrestlers, and he beats the best strikers. I mean... You
could say he didn't dominate...
I'm not saying he's unbeatable, but
Santos,
so far he's unbeatable. So, like, don't say you're going to be the one to beat him, because nobody's going to believe it until you fucking do it. So just quit talking about it.
You could say he didn't dominate Santos, but, I mean... Santos had to have two...
Bro, Santos' legs were already hurt. If John wanted to, he takes him to the ground in 2 seconds and probably submits him in the first round. That's my personal opinion.
He decided to stand with him.
He decided to bang with him out of respect. Like, because he knows, like...
Santos had to have two reconstructive...
That makes it even more respectable because John Jones knows that's risky. Yeah. Like, he could have got knocked out.
Santos had to have two reconstructive knee surgeries after that fight.
Exactly.
And he walked in... I mean, he walked out, too. He's a tough motherfucker, but...
John could have taken him down, bro. He didn't even try.
Yeah.
He did not even try.
John has really high level wrestling and jiu-jitsu. He easily could have taken him down and probably submitted him on the ground, honestly. But like you said, he chose to stand with him the whole time.
Yeah,
and maybe he didn't dominate, but he had to be careful too because that dude hits hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's the type to just.
That's not going to go in and just get knocked out.
He's a Francis Ngannou at 205. Really. Yeah, I mean he hits that hard.
Yeah,
Santos is a badass.
I don't know.
So that's funny, Weidman. But you know, if you do it, fucking.
He compared it to him doing that to Anderson Silva. You know, he beat Silva twice when Silva was kind of at the peak in his career, or maybe a little past peak. But like he was the baddest man on the planet at that time. You know.
Also, Silva fucked around that whole fight
and broke his leg in one of them.
He danced the whole fight.
Yeah. I mean, do you think
he got knocked out when he was taunting you? Like it's just...
The first one was stopped because he broke his leg on your shin because you checked the kick.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really say that you know.
You didn't really just destroy him, and then the other one he literally was dancing and acting in full the whole time. Yeah, I mean that happens, but it's like, yeah, you shouldn't have done that. But still, I mean, he was messing with you and you knocked him out. It's not like you knocked out somebody who was trying their absolute hardest.
It's also like the thing is, Weidman just came to 205. He needs to beat a few guys. You know, or at least have a win at 205 before you start calling out John Jones. Like, you're about to fight Dominic Reyes, who's a tough bastard.
He's got Dominic Reyes coming up. That's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough fight.
He's still undefeated, right?
Yeah, you might get knocked out by Dominic Reyes.
I don't know, man.
Whatever, Chris Weidman.
Good luck, Chris.
Good luck to you, bro, honestly.
Love your fights, man. Love watching you fight, but come on.
Some fights this weekend?
Yeah. There's a lot. There's some weird stuff going on this weekend.
A lot of Bellator?
Yeah.
Some UFC?
Yeah. I guess I'll start Bellator. There's an early card Friday. Bellator 227. It's early. It's like 10 or 11 during
That's the card I'm most excited for.
Yeah.
Out of the whole weekend.
Yeah. So the early card is James Gallagher, Roman Salazar.
It's going to be a good fight. James Gallagher's been looking tough.
You know, he came in, there was a lot of hype around him when he first came in. Then he had that one loss.
I'd like to see him fight in the UFC.
Yeah. Then I think he came back and won his last fight, or maybe the last two fights after that loss. And there's still kind of a lot of hype kind of surrounding him. You know, it was only one loss. He looked really good in the fights that he's won. You know.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So that's gonna. I'm interested to see that. And then Michael Venom Page is fighting Richard Keeley. I don't know Richard Keeley.
I don't know Richard Keeley.
I'm gonna have to look him up and learn about him a little bit. But that fight's the co-main on the early Friday card.
I'm watching MVP, so
yeah. I mean, MVP's always fun to watch.
Nothing against that guy.
Except when he gets knocked out by, you know, who did he get? No, Dustin Lima. Not Dustin Lima. What's his name? Lima. Douglas Lima. Not Dustin Lima.
That's
I was like, that does not sound right.
Lima, though. Like, he doesn't really lose.
Yeah, Douglas Lima's a monster.
Yeah, but Richard Keeley and MVP, that'd be a pretty good fight, hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if MVP knocks him out in the first round, I guess we know what kind of guy we're looking for. But I'm gonna go look him up too. You know, see who he's fought so far.
Yeah.
Maybe get a little insight on it so we can talk about it after it happens.
Yeah.
Ryan Scope, Peter Queally.
Yeah, Ryan Scope, Peter Queally.
Other one on that card.
And then we go like that night, Bellator 227, late Friday, Benson Henderson and Miles Jury. That's going to be a good fight.
Benson Henderson's been looking really good lately too.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good fight.
That's gonna be really interesting. Miles Jury, is this his first fight with Bellator?
I think so.
He signed there. He wasn't the UFC, and then he went to Bellator. And
Miles Jury's been around for a little while.
Yeah, he's been around for a while. I don't know if it's his first fight or second fight with Bellator, but he hasn't had many. Like, it's either first or second fight.
Still trying to establish a name over there.
So, it'd be interesting to see what he does with Benson Henderson. Benson Henderson's been around a long time.
Henderson's stuff too.
And then Saturday, he got Bellator 228. It's always weird how they do two back-to-back, 227, 228. It's like, you're kind of cheating.
Yeah,
it's still kind of 227.
You guys go 227. Go ahead, Bellator.
Yeah. Go ahead and get them numbers up.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
They almost caught up to UFC.
Yeah, they are. It's not taking them long.
But Patricio Pitbull and Juan Archuleta.
Archuleta has been looking good as well.
Dude, Juan Archuleta's on a crazy win streak.
Looking really
I forget what the
really good.
How many it is, but he is on a crazy win streak right now.
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, that starts off the.
I'm telling you, man, they got some good fighters over there.
That starts off the featherweight Grand Prix.
Leo Machida and Gegor Masasi.
Yeah.
Gegor's been looking pretty good.
Yeah. That's gonna be
Machida's, Leo Machida's older, but he always shows up. He always performs.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's one of those I'm like not too mad about sticking around in the sport because he's taking care of himself.
A couple of legends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be a great fight,
For sure.
Two old school UFC guys as well. We got Darian Caldwell and Henry. How do you pronounce? I see that other people have that last name. How do you pronounce that? Corrales?
Yeah, Corrales.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes I see it. I'm always going to say Carls.
I was trying to look real quick. Juan Archuleta hasn't lost a fight since March of 2015.
Nice. Savage.
So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Almost 5 years. 4.5 years.
18 fight win streak.
That's a good long time to go without getting knocked out, though.
Yeah.
He's probably feeling good about himself.
He's a savage. That's going to be a really good fight.
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah. And then also Saturday night, we got Errol Spence Jr. and Shawn Porter.
Gotta talk about that.
Yeah.
Errol Spence Jr. wins by crazy ass knockout. Okay.
You think? You think he knocks him out?
I do.
I think he can.
That's just my personal opinion.
I think he definitely can under the right circumstances, but I think it's going to be a close fight.
I mean, Shawn Porter is both savages. It's like,
Yeah.
Errol Spence just hits so hard, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He really does. And he puts so much pressure.
Yeah.
Errol Spence is just, I don't know. I think he's one of the best to do it. I really think he's going to get it done. I think he's going to knock him out. I really do.
This is the IBF and WBC title unification. So this will be whoever wins this is going to fight Terrence Crawford at some point. It's going to have to happen.
Got to.
Yeah, I listened to that Brendan Schaub's little food truck diaries or whatever with the one that Terrence Crawford was on the other day.
I haven't watched that one, but I saw it got uploaded.
Yeah, I watched that, and Terrence Crawford was talking about how they all kind of came up together. You know, Errol Spence, Shawn Porter, all these guys like Danny Garcia, all them, they all kind of came up in the same area. Like they all fought each other in.
Where are they from?
Mikey Garcia. They're all from different places, I think, but they just kind of grew up in the same area of boxing. So they were fighting each other and like, you know, when they were younger and like coming up before they became pro and everything. You know, they were just kind of, they all fought each other at some point, kind of. But he said him and Shawn Porter are like good friends, and him and Errol Spence don't really get along. So they're always kind of talking shit to each other.
Well, I guess he'd rather fight Errol Spence.
Yeah, I think so.
He kind of wants Errol to win this fight.
Yeah.
Then. I think Errol Spence gets it done anyway,
I think
but
so.
him and Terrence Crawford, I don't know. Maybe there's part of me that's, you know, I have faith in Errol Spence, and I know it could go either way, but I really have a feeling that Errol Spence gets it done via knockout, honestly, and that we get that Terrence Crawford matchup, and I think that's going to be a really sick fight coming up.
It definitely could happen, and I wouldn't put it past it at all, but I don't know. Both just so good. It's hard to say.
I'm excited to see what happens with that.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
It's nice to get excited about some boxing fights.
I'm more excited about that than anything for this weekend.
Yeah, as far as this weekend,
there's some good fights right there. I wish I could pick and choose. I wish I could make my own card that had just like each fight that I really wanted to see on one card.
Yeah,
and I could just watch them in order that I really wanted to see.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah, and we also got the UFC Fight Night 160. There's a few good fights on there.
Oh yeah, I forgot we skipped over that. Yeah, there's some. Yeah, so that's that one. I'm more excited about that than I am for the Bellator stuff.
There's a couple of cards on the prelims and the main card that I want to see, but really just the main event. I'm super excited about.
Yeah, there's some names on this card.
Oh yeah,
you got the main event. Jared Cannonier and Jack Hermanson.
The Joker.
Yeah.
Jack Hermanson's been on a tear.
Yeah.
Knocking out a lot of people.
And Jared Cannonier's looked really good too.
And yeah, Jared Cannonier's he's an elite fighter.
This is going to be a good fight.
It's crazy.
This is a really good test.
Where he was fat and then skinny.
Yeah. It's crazy, like his transformation. Like he used to fight it.
The dude's you can tell he's obviously disciplined.
Yeah. He used to fight at heavyweight, then went to light heavyweight. Now he's at middleweight. It's crazy to see he was over 300 pounds at one point.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Before he got into fighting.
That's a discipline.
I think he worked for like TSA.
Really?
Or something like that, like FAA or something. He worked with like airplanes. Shit.
I was gonna kick some ass.
He's like 300 pounds, and then I don't know, something happened, and he decided to want to start fighting.
Control of his life.
Yeah. And he got in shape.
Story, and that's gonna be a great fight.
Yeah, Jack Hermanson's he's been looking really good.
I don't know who's gonna win, but I mean, honestly, with how tough both those guys are, I could see it going to the decision. Yeah, they might bang out the whole time.
It's a good fight for both guys. It's a good test for both guys. Yeah, like 100%. either guy that wins, they beat a savage motherfucker, and they're
both going up.
Yeah, it gets them in a position for, if not a title shot, they're like one away. I think.
Yeah, they're gonna fight somebody really tough. Yeah, regardless.
For sure.
Mark Madsen. Danilo, how do you say that guy's name?
Bilardo?
I think.
Bilardo? I don't know.
Something like that. Never heard of that guy.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Heard of Mark Madsen.
Yeah.
That'd be a decent fight.
It's kind of weird that's the co-main over like Gunnar Nelson or
I've never
Khalil Roundtree.
Khalil Roundtree's fighting him. I'm super excited for. He's been looking so good since he started training over there in Thailand. That's a good fight for him.
Yeah, I want Kutalaba. Yeah.
Yeah, Gunnar Nelson, Gilbert Burns.
Gunnar Nelson's been looking pretty good too.
Yeah, Gunnar has been looking good.
I remember who his last fight was, but I think he submitted the guy.
Yeah. Who was that guy?
I can't remember.
I can't remember either, but there's too many fights.
Yeah, there's
too many fights going through my head to possibly remember.
Every day I'm reading fight news and reading shit and taking notes.
That'll be a good fight for him though. How we get to see OSP?
OSP and Michael O is what I'm calling him because that guy's last name was unpronounceable. There's so many letters and like it's like JTech. Like he had Y's and J's and Z's and
cool with
a little bit of everything.
Michael, I hate there's some last names you just don't even want to try. Yeah, that'll be. I'm glad to see OSP. I love watching OSP fight. He's a legend
for sure. And then Nicholas Dobby and Cowboy Oliveira.
Cowboy
kick off the
always
main
an
card.
entertaining fight.
Yeah. Yeah, the dude he's wild.
Yeah, he's like kind of like the
American Cowboy.
I would say kind of like the regular cowboy, but just a different ethnicity.
Yep.
I mean, good card though, man. I'm excited for this weekend.
Yeah, there's a ton of fights this weekend.
Yeah.
It's crazy we can have one card last weekend, and then we got like all these cards this coming weekend, all these different fights.
Yeah, and it's just crazy, man. Because a week after that, we got isn't it?
What's that? Stylebender?
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah.
I think it's the following weekend, the 28th.
Yeah, it's the October.
Oh no,
5th.
no, yeah, it's October 5th. That's right.
Yeah, so this
Not
weekend
the- yeah.
we got this weekend, and then
This weekend is the 28th.
Yeah, next week because I'm gonna say we're off for it.
Yeah,
Nice.
I do that.
I guess we can wrap it up with some Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
I think this week we were gonna do 4 dream cars.
Yeah.
What's your first?
Oh man, there's so many.
I know, man. Just imagine your 4 dream cars. If you could have 4.
Yeah, I would do. Number 1 is gonna be. I'm gonna go a '95 Porsche 911 GT2 RS
Badass.
from like a company like Sharkworks or like Singer, or just one of those like really badass companies that builds these sick Porsches and have them build one up.
Porsche's amazing.
Yeah, I like those old school Porsches, man. That's been one of my favorite. I just love that body style.
Yeah, the 95 is nice.
Yeah.
First one for me. Dream car I've always wanted a '69 Camaro.
Yeah.
Super dope body style. Probably runs like shit, but well, it runs good. I mean, it just probably drives like shit just because it's an older car. But I'd like to have one like souped up, maybe with new, all new parts. You know what I mean? All new transmission, like all new everything, basically. So it would drive like a new car, but have that old '69 body style, maybe. Oh man, it'd be badass. I just love that body style. It'd be one of my dream cars for sure.
Yeah, that's dope. I always like Camaros.
Yeah, the older ones are so nice. I think they're stopping Camaro production too.
Oh, are they?
I think they're about to stop again. I think 2020 is going to be like the last Camaro they do for a while. That's what I heard, but I don't. Yeah, who knows? That's what I heard though.
Yeah, it seems like they sell like hotcakes. I mean, you see them everywhere.
All right, maybe that's why they're just tired of selling them. I don't know.
I don't know. That's weird.
Think.
My number 2, I'm gonna go '67 Chevelle.
Badass Chevelles are so dope.
But I would go with like I would have a company like Roadster Shop build it with a Pro Touring chassis and like Forge Line wheels and coilovers and a newer LS and T56 and just all out.
Yeah, all the shit.
Yeah,
that would be so sick.
They build some really dope stuff over there.
You can make those so fast.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It's just such
it just looks so nice.
Such a good looking body style to me, man. That's one of my favorite like muscle car body styles.
Well, yeah, like either like a Chevelle around that area or like to me Camaro. Like all those body styles for those cars are badass. Mm-hmm. I would love. I mean, I would even enjoy a '67 Chevelle. I love the old Chevelles. Yeah, that's like one car I could see them bringing back. And like
there was rumors about it at one point where they were going to base it off like the G8 chassis, I think.
Yeah.
But then Pontiac went away, and then they just made the Chevy SS. Yeah. Which was kind of like what I think this was going to be.
Come out with a new Firebird too, or something.
Yeah, I don't know what. There was rumors about that, but Pontiac's not around anymore.
Same thing as like the Ford Bronco. You hear all these rumors, and it's like it hadn't happened yet.
Yeah, the Ford Bronco's not going to look anything like what people are expecting. I can tell you that.
Of course not.
They're basing it off like an Australian version of it, and it's not very attractive.
Not cool.
Yeah.
So your second one was that?
Yeah.
Bro, my second one, I've always wanted like just a super souped up like badass Ford Raptor. I love Ford Raptors. Like I want like the Shelby version. I want the Shelby version, but like just super souped up, like murdered out with like a badass paint job and like that's one of my dream cars. Like if I had that, I'd have that parked out in front of my mansion. Nice Ford Raptor, like $150,000 truck.
Be dope.
Yeah, it'd be sick. Shoot Derby.
I want a 64 to 66 C10. Yeah. Roadster Shop chassis. Throwback. Some nice billet wheels.
Man,
big LS.
The 60s just had the body styles, dude.
Yeah.
It really did. It's crazy. Like, if you go back and look at all the 60s models of cars, like, a lot of them look so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like just especially Chevy, like they were putting out a lot of good models throughout the '60s.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, there's pretty much everything from. I don't know about everything, but pretty much everything from Chevrolet in the '60s was like pretty good looking body styles.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really good looking cars, and I mean like all the '60s, '70s era muscle cars were all like pretty solid.
Yeah.
Towards the late '70s, they started getting kind of like they went downhill a little bit.
Yeah, there was some '70 models I'm not crazy about.
Yeah.
And like '80s, they picked up a little bit.
Yeah, it's
'90s were kind of it just slowed down.
Yeah,
it really did. '60s were popping.
Mm-hmm.
Car-wise, anyway.
Number 3.
Nissan GTR. I want that 2020, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's seen the new 2020, but you can go look it up because it looks sick to me. Like, I've always loved GTRs. I mean, I would take like a 2017 or whatever,
mm-hmm.
but just a GTR period. I've always wanted a souped-up GTR to everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's just, I don't know, something about the way they look, especially with like a badass spoiler on them.
Yeah.
I love the way a GTR looks.
Yeah, with all-wheel drive and just the power they make, it'd be a fun car to have.
So much fun, bro. I would just,
really fun.
I'd drive like a dickhead all the time. I'd have to get, I would want like everything upgraded on it though.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they come stock pretty badass, but there's just so much I would want to change on it. I want to tune it, do all kinds of shit to it.
Yeah, they're crazy, man. They can make a lot of power with those too.
Ridiculous amount.
It's probably too much for most people as it comes like stock, but you can make a lot of power with those.
Hell yeah! What's your last one, bro?
Oh man, I'm not really sure.
It's tough on the last one. You want a Tesla?
No, I'm good on that. I'm good on a Tesla. I gotta have some power and not power. I gotta have some sound.
It has the power. It doesn't have anything else.
I gotta have that feeling. Yeah, I don't know.
Vroom vroom.
Yeah.
A little vroom vroom.
Whatever you want to call it.
You gotta have a little vroom vroom.
Yeah.
That's how I am, bro. I'm the same way.
Man, I'm just gonna go all out and say McLaren P1.
Nice.
It's like $2 million or something, but it's dream cars, right?
Probably. That would be sick.
Yeah, McLaren P1s are dope, man. It's one of the better looking like supercars too, I think. Which obviously like most supercars look pretty cool, but McLaren's like one of the. I don't know what it is about that body style. It's not all choppy and shit like a lot of them are. It's more rounded and kind of elegant, I guess.
Yeah, it's like.
And the P1's like the baddest of them all. Of the McLarens.
McLarens are so sick looking.
Yeah.
Kind of seems like that. It almost seems like in a way they're trying to start making the Corvettes look like McLarens in a way. Like the way they're
it's kind of like
style.
I don't know. They're different. The new Corvette's gonna be pretty dope though with its rear engine or mid engine.
Yeah, they've been coming out with the Corvette's been getting a little crazy every year, a little bit better.
Yeah, the new one looks pretty dope though. I wasn't a fan of it at first, but it's grown.
We'll mention a Corvette because I'd love to have like a badass fucking Corvette.
Yeah, that's growing on me a lot.
The Stingrays are sick.
I'm mostly into older cars though. I mean,
I really am too.
Like that list I just made right there off the top of my head would probably change drastically.
I said 69 first.
Yeah,
that's the thing, man. I could go all day on cars.
Yeah,
because I love so many. I love
if I had the money to do whatever, none of those cars would come first.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They'd be on the list somewhere, but none of those would come first. It's just my list is always changing. Mine's always changing. I got so many like
about the time.
59 Cadillac on air, like just stuff like that.
So many old car models that are just sick. Cadillac has come out with some sick shit over the years, dude. Cadillac.
I could build a full garage of nothing but pre-70s cars and be completely happy.
Too. Yeah, like all reinvented.
Yeah, for sure.
It'd be sick. I think my last one, bro, I've always wanted a Rolls Royce Wraith. I don't know what it is about the Wraiths, bro, but like I'm always specific with what I want, but like I would want a murdered out Wraith, like all black rims, just like stars in the ceiling, fucking just the sickest interior, bro. Wraiths are just, it's a luxury car, man.
Yeah.
It's just, they're super badass to me. I think that would be the sickest thing to have.
Yeah, they're nice. It takes 6 months to build a Rolls Royce.
Really?
Everything's handmade. They're all completely hand assembled.
So nice. It's a $350,000 car, so it makes sense. kind of like it shows you what you're paying for exactly, but kind of like Cat Williams said about the 300.
Oh yeah, it motherfucker do look like it do look like a Phantom until the Phantom pull up.
Cat Williams hilarious.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Oh dude, there's a show on Netflix called Fastest Car, and it's like that's interesting. I watched the second season just came out, but it's like they bring these people from all over that have like garage built cars. Like it could be, there's all kinds of random shit on there. There was a Mini Cooper on there last night, but it was like 500 horsepower.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like all-wheel drive 500 horsepower Mini Cooper. But then there's just like all this different stuff. There was a Donk with like a twin turbo LS in it with like, I don't know, probably 1,000 horsepower. But they bring these three people from different areas that have these home built cars and stuff, and they all kind of have a story behind them. Yeah. And then they bring some kind of a exotic supercar, and it's a drag race, like a 4-lane drag race, and whoever wins goes to the final round where they're all the winners from each episode are going to meet up in the end and race.
That's
find out
dope.
who has the fastest car. So like the first 2 episodes, I think the first 2 episodes I watched, or maybe the first 3 episodes, none of the exotics won. Somebody's home built car beat them every time. And then there was one where a guy in a McLaren won. He had a McLaren 720. He beat the other guys or the other cars or whatever. It's some cool stuff. It's just cool to see what these people.
Check that out.
It's cool to see what these people are building in their garages or in their own little home shops or whatever.
Yeah,
this is
unique.
This is people working regular jobs that are building this shit. They bring these cars out.
Yeah, it kind of makes you want to do it yourself.
Yeah,
if I had the time.
Yeah, for sure, and the money.
It'd be fun. Yeah.
There was a girl with a 03 Mustang GT, but it had a LS9 and T56 in it, and she whooped the shit out of a McLaren. It's just some pretty cool shit, man.
Bro.
But it's like I don't know if it's just played for the show, but like the supercar driver's always really cocky and talking shit about the people who bring their own cars and trying to talk down on them most of the time, and then they get beat and they're kind of embarrassed, But they do win occasionally.
It'd be sick to be able to do that though.
Yeah, there was this fine ass blonde chick in a McLaren 675 LT. And I don't know what she does, but holla at me, girl.
For real,
golly.
We trying to be some get some sugar mamas,
Yeah, and she wasn't that old. She was probably like in her 30s. She was a dime. So
that's young enough for me.
And she was out there racing her McLaren.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that's must be an exciting life. Hopefully,
it was very impressive.
Hopefully one day we're there.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh.
I need a sugar mama. Anyway, what?
I guess that wraps it up for this week.
Yeah,
that was a fun little. Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I could go all day on cars, man.
I just love Mount Rushmores, bro. I love doing Mount Rushmore though, just as fun. It always gives us something great to talk about.
Yeah.
Let us know though what y'all like about the pod. Anything y'all want us to talk about. Anything y'all would like to just hear us have a conversation about. Reach out to us.
Yep.
We're Untrained Experts. Facebook, Instagram,
YouTube,
everywhere. Yeah, we're on YouTube. Look us up.
Find us on Spotify, Apple Music,
on Apple, and,
Google Play,
on podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Leave us a review if you don't mind. If you want to take the time. Other than that, I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. See you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.